Top of the morning, my friends. We're back again. I hope everybody's well. My dad has 4 kids by 4 different women. Four boys to be exact. I'm the oldest. I know y'all got jokes. I can hear it now. I can hear y'all. None of us grew up around Dad, and none of us grew up around each other. In fact, I didn't meet one of my brothers until I was 17 years old. Me and my dad were talking one day. He was like, have you met your brother? I was like, what brother? He said, you know you got a brother down the road? I said, no. So he gave me the name. And so a friend of mine loaded me up and we went on the hunt. So we went to the town. We got to asking around. You know a guy, this name, know a guy? So they pointed us in the right direction. So I went and knocked on the door. He answered it. And I was like, is so-and-so your old daddy? He was like, yeah. And it was so weird. And that's how I met my brother. And from that point on, we hit it off. Man, when I left that house that night, I was so excited to have a brother. Oh man, I wouldn't even worry about the time we lost. I was just happy to have my brother. And I couldn't wait for my people to meet my brother. And from that point on, me and him started working on ourselves. Man, we got to talking. And to this day, I think I'm closer to him than any of my brothers, to be honest. I just had a little nephew. He's an amazing dad. He's a wonderful person. I talk to him every day. And if you're watching, brother, I love you. I'm gonna call you later. And my other brother, with my dad, me and him never really got a start, man. I think the way, let me go and say it. I don't know how it happened, but back in the day, my mama ended up stabbing his mom. I don't know what happened, but that's what happened. And I think that going on, I think that kind of interfered with me and him being able to deal when we were younger. So I think at that point, it was all out the window. I wasn't going to be a dad life. I wasn't going to be around him. It was probably tension and it was thick, and that kept us away from each other. But as far as I can remember, my first time being around him really was in Spanish class. Me and him had Spanish class together. We sat in alphabetical order. He sat right in front of me, and me and him never really talked. I don't think he really wanted to fool with me. I don't think he really wanted to deal with me, but I want to deal with him, and I still do now. But our relationship is sort of distant, and me and my brother, we are just alike. None of us really, we all to ourselves. We're our own people. We love spending time with ourselves, and to be honest, we really don't care if people even call us or not. That's just the way we are. So I can understand him. But it ain't too late for us. It ain't too late. And brother, if you listening, I love you, and we need to hook up because it ain't too late. And my baby brother, that's my guy. He's amazing. He's a wonderful person. Really good dad. I really admire my baby brother. I really admire my baby brother. He's a go-getter. He's a man. He's a man's man. And I am so proud of me and my brothers because me being the oldest, I've always tried to make sure that we've always dealt, because back in the day, years ago, one thing we all had in common, we all hated our dad. We all hated him. But as time went on and we all started having kids and getting older, and we started seeing how life really is, we started easing up on dad. Because having 3 kids on the outside, and being married with a kid and a stepson, man, that had to have been tough on my dad, man. I know that was tough on him. I couldn't imagine, because I know what I went through. And I know what kind of mom I got, so I know the fight my daddy probably was up against. I know he was. So if anybody's listening right now, and you struggling and you were absent with your siblings, coming up, it's not too late. You can still build, you can still work, you can work through all of that stuff because it wasn't your fault. And that's why I've always wanted to be present in my kids' life, because I know the void that me and my brothers had without our dad being in our life. And I never wanted that for my boys. Because if you really, really love your kids, man, you will do what it takes to make sure both of them parents is in their kids' life, because it's a benefit. It's a benefit to those kids. So comment below, like and subscribe. Have a good day.